Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss the short story The Elevator written by William Sleator. This is a slightly psychological horror story that focuses on fear, insecurity and a terrifying mystery. Let's begin. This story revolves around a 12-year-old boy named Martin. It explores childhood fear and how fear grows stronger when it is not understood. The elevator in the story is not a machine. It represents Martin's deepest fear. Martin is a weak and thin boy who lives with his father in an old apartment building. Their apartment is on the 17th floor. The building is old, scary, especially the elevator. The elevator has poor lighting, dirty walls, and a door that slams shut loudly. It is very small and can carry only 3 people. So students, please note down all these points. Okay. And what about the staircase? The stairs are also dark and unsafe with no windows or lights. So Martin is scared to use both stair as well as this elevator. Okay. When Martin avoids the elevator, his father scolds him. He calls Martin weak and cowardly. These words hurt Martin deeply. He feels misunderstood and compares this fear to bullying he faces at school. And next point is about his first encounter with the fat lady. One morning, a strange fat lady enters the elevator at the 14th floor. She has fleshy cheeks and no chin. She stands very close to Martin and keeps staring at him silently. This frightens Martin a lot. After school, Martin meets the same lady again. This is the second encounter with the lady. Okay, this time she enters the elevator at the 3rd floor and presses the button for the 18th floor. Her behavior is confusing and unnatural, increasing Martin's fear. Then what happened? Martin feels ashamed of being afraid of an old lady. Still, he tells his father about her strange behavior. But his father does not believe him and scolds him again. Martin cries aloud in his room. One morning, Martin avoids the elevator. For what? To avoid this fat lady, and runs down the dark staircase. He slips and falls, breaking his legs. Now he must use crutches and cannot use the stair anymore. After returning from the hospital with his father, Martin's father accompanies him in the elevator. Martin feels safe. Why? Because his father is with him, isn't it? But his father gets down at the 9th floor, leaving Martin alone despite his request. The elevator stops at the 10th floor. The fat lady enters again. Martin, on crutches, cannot escape. She calls him by his name, laughs and presses the stop button. The story ends in complete terror. The elevator ends without explanation, increasing suspense. The fat lady remains a mystery. William Sleator successfully creates a horror through fear, silence and imagination. Before we move on to the characterization, please subscribe to my channel, like and share this video if it helps you. Don't forget to hit the bell icon because I will be uploading Julius Caesar revision classes and live sessions before your exam. Turn on notifications so you don't miss them. Now let us move to the characterization of the story. First character is Martin. Martin is the protagonist of the story. The entire story revolves around his fear of elevators, his thoughts, emotions and experiences from the core of the narrative. So the first point is his physical appearance. Martin is a 12-year-old boy. He is thin, weak and nervous looking. He is bad at sports and is often bullied at school. His physical weaknesses adds to his lack of confidence. Martin is portrayed as a timid child. He is extremely afraid of elevators. He fears that the elevator might stop suddenly, fall or trap him inside for hours. So please note down this point. This fear controls his daily life. Martin's fear slowly turns into a living nightmare. The elevator becomes a symbol of terror and the fat lady appears as the physical form of his fear. Her repeated appearances always makes him fear worse. Martin is unable to overcome his fear. He meets the fat lady. Whenever he meets the fat lady, he closes his eyes to avoid her. He feels safe only when his father is with him. Once left alone, his fear takes complete control. To escape the elevator, Martin once ran down the dark staircase. What happened then? Unfortunately, he falls and breaks his legs, and he is forced to walk on crutches and becomes completely dependent on the elevator. Martin lives only with his father. There is no mention of his mother or other family members. He lacks emotional support and affection. This absence makes him feel lonely and insecure. Martin's relationship with his father is distant. His father does not understand or acknowledges his fear. Instead, he scolds Martin and calls him timid and cowardly. Martin's father is emotionally unresponsible. He does not listen to his son's fear or comfort him. He remains indifferent, which increases Martin's anxiety instead of reducing it. Next character is his father, authoritarian father. The father appears as an authoritarian parent. He believes that Martin should live and learn from his own experiences. He wants his son to face fear alone rather than offering emotional support. Though harsh, the father may have good intentions. He wants Martin to become strong and independent. He believes that fear can be overcome only by facing it directly. Symbolically, Martin's father acts like an elevator in his life. He pushes Martin to rise above his fear and grow stronger both mentally and emotionally. Through Martin and his father, William Sleator highlights a childhood vulnerability and the importance of emotional support. The story shows how fear can grow when it is ignored rather than understood. Next slide is about themes of this lesson. Here I have added almost all the themes of this lesson. First one is fear and psychological terror. Next we have childhood and vulnerability, fear of unknown. Fourth point is reality versus imagination. Loneliness and isolation is the next one. Next one is very important, lack of parental understanding. Authority versus sensitivity. Bullying and insecurity. Fear as a living entity is the next one. Next point is coming of age and growth. Powerlessness of the child. Silence and suppression. Symbolism of the elevator. Ambiguity and open ending. These are the main important themes of this lesson. I have added almost all the points and subpoints. Go through all these subpoints and try to elaborate each point if it is for 4 mark. Once again, I had like to remind you, don't forget to hit the bell icon because I will be uploading Julius Caesar revision classes and live session before your exam. Turn on notifications so you don't miss them. If you find this class helpful, please share it with your friends. Thank you and all the best for your exam.